What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. It is Taco Meat
I'm
Tuesday, so
back.
it's your boy
Thank
Taco.
you. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. I know you missed me. I missed me. I miss seeing this beautiful face on the screen. Taco, believe it or not, I missed you, my friend.
Has anybody ever told you that you look like the podcast dad? Anyway,
What a
welcome to the Wrestling
good
Junkies
looking man.
podcast. As always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. If you know one person that would enjoy this podcast, make sure to share it with them. Mr. Cincinnati and the podcast dad are some pretty good guys. Johnny Van Frank is also relatively okay too. So, help us run those numbers up, and let's have some fun. It's been a while since we've gotten to do this. How are you? How's Bill?
Look into my eyes, sir. What do you see?
Not the answer to the question that I asked.
A very disappointed Phil Brooks. Sad night on Raw last night. I have to say, I am very disappointed in the situation that happened. But what I will say is I'm taking a bet at the window right now. Today,
Okay.
January 30th, 2024. I have my ticket in hand. I'll be placing my bet for the Men's Royal Rumble in 2025 for CM Punk. I think he will return. I think he will win the Rumble. I think next year he will get to finish his story at WrestleMania and be in the main event. This is a bump in the road. I'm hoping he can come back. This is his second triceps tear.
Same arm.
It's a tough situation. Rehab's going to suck. Last time he was out 9 months, so maybe they put him on ice for a year and get him to the Rumble and try to get him to the main event. It's going to be tough, but overall, this is a huge shakeup to WrestleMania. So, what were your thoughts on Punk's promo, and then the man that came out and interrupted him?
So I loved everything about this segment, start to finish. I even watched it again earlier today, and this very clearly hurt CM Punk because you saw how excited he was to be back in WWE, to finally, return home, as he puts it. And his goal was to main event WrestleMania, and I think that this was going to be the perfect addition to this card to keep it from feeling too formulaic as far as having his return. Mr. Cincinnati and the podcast dad talked a lot about how this could impact a number of people on the roster having CM Punk back: Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, their spots on the card. One of the biggest unknowns was how this was going to affect main event Jey Uso, which, given his booking as of late, it doesn't. But podcast dad pointed out LA Knight and kind of how this could impact him, and it doesn't really seem to. However, I say all of that just to reinforce the fact that this was meant to be a seismic addition to this card and help to generate the buzz that would be worthy of it being the most commercially successful WrestleMania of all time. I know that Mr. Cincinnati has made that guess that that's what we'll be seeing at WrestleMania, and I'm sure that will be relatively unchanged now that CM Punk is there, but CM Punk is a draw, and I think that they were really counting on that for WrestleMania this year. Now, I do greatly appreciate that they are using Drew McIntyre to further this story. He came off way more savage than he has in recent weeks, especially on the mic, just because this is a very, very dastardly, just terrible thing to say to somebody who's dealing with a legit injury. Is I prayed for this to happen, and it's just like, when you hear those words, it's just like, wow, and I want to kick this back to you because, at this point, I don't think that Drew McIntyre has re-signed a WWE deal yet. Does this Punk injury and the potential feud that we might be getting upon the return create any incentive for the Scottish Warrior to sign with the Fed?
I don't know. I know we have talked about he is upset with creative. It's not it's not I don't know the word I'm looking for here. It's not a secret. There it is. It's not a secret
Sure.
that he's 0-10 in his last 10 championship matches, right?
Yeah.
So does this provide an opportunity to go, hey, we're willing to put the strap on you, but you got to resign. Is that what he wants? Does he want a lighter schedule? Does he see what Edge is doing over in AEW and kind of getting to not being a huge storyline, but get to wrestle some fun people and kind of work that lighter schedule, still get to have some fun while wrestling. That I don't know what Drew's gonna do. I don't know if Drew knows what he's gonna do quite yet, and the fact that he hasn't re-signed is probably a leverage play, I would think. And if
Yeah.
WWE was smart, I think they would pay a lot of money to re-sign him because he is one of the best characters they have on television right now, and
Yeah.
this heel turn has made him just. I mean, it's made him one of the most must see. Shout out to the Miz, most must see superstars every week and week in week out. Even the booking last night where he cheated to win, but he didn't.
Yeah.
They're booking him very well. So I don't know what on his part is it just the I keep losing the title matches kind of thing, but he is constantly in the main event. He is constantly around,
Yeah.
and I think that would continue if WWE kept him, and I think Triple H would have big plans for him if and when he does stay around. So
Sure.
that I think he's in line for a title push. I think Seth's days are in fact numbered with that title, and do they pivot to Drew at Mania? I don't know, but that's kind of up to him to figure out and decide whether it is worth staying in this company or go try to make a new name over in AEW.
Yeah. I mean, while I don't think that Drew McIntyre would be bad in AEW, I just think I don't. I don't know. It's our usual criticism. The debuts are great, but the follow up is not necessarily anything that leaves a lot to be desired, and that's what I worry about with a guy like Drew McIntyre. Now, if he decided that he wanted to go back to the Indies tomorrow, he could be doing exactly what Nick Nemeth is doing or Mustafa Ali is doing as far as selling out, arenas across the country because wrestling is just in the middle of a boom period right now. The Indies are on fire. So it's. I think there's a lot more appeal there. At least that's just my personal opinion, as opposed to AEW. But again, we don't know what it is that he wants. We know that there have been rumors of being unhappy with creative, but we can only go on what we've got. So I thought this was great for him. This keeps him firmly in the WrestleMania mix. I do expect him to have a marquee match, whether it is, well, it's not going to be with CM Punk anymore. But I wouldn't mind seeing Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn as far as a WrestleMania program.
I'd like that. I think that's kind of what they're starting to set up, and I'd be okay with that. Yes, I would. Taco, do you have any tacos today?
No, not today.
You want a Halls?
I have one. I just don't want to talk with one. So,
I'm worried about you. You
I've
seem a
gotten-
little
I've-
low energy today.
I'm a little low energy today. Again, I don't have tacos. I just
I know.
ran out of
Next
time.
time I will do this new thing, and it's brand new. It's called
He's not
DoorDash.
going to remember.
And
should've.
next time will DoorDash you this new great fancy place. It's called Taco Bell. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
Ugh.
I will DoorDash you some Taco Bell. And man,
What a guy.
you will think outside the bun.
On one condition.
What's that?
Baja Blast. Extra large. You can't go to Taco
let
Bell
me-
without a Baja Blast. Am I right?
Let me tell you about the Baja. That place, it's not appropriate. Not appropriate for this one. But hey, off air, I'll talk to you about the Baja.
Yeah, no, me, Junior, Ray, Cool Chris, Calvin, Chris, Todd, Karen.
I saw
Snocko,
Cool
yeah,
Chris
a
on
bunch
the
of
pod
us.
the other day.
Yeah. How would
I
you
did
think?
see that.
Great guy,
I
right?
did see that. I don't know if I'd say cool, but hey, he's a great guy.
Come on. Come on. He's awesome. He's awesome. Why would you say that?
I know another Cool Chris, so
Well, he just chimed in. Fourth meal. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah. So
Hey,
he knows what he's talking
I don't
about.
know what that means, but great job.
Well, okay. Can we get back to it? No, I do not have tacos this week. That's why I'm not myself. I apologize if I seem a little, but you know what? I'm gonna pick it up here.
And I'm gonna put it down.
I see what you did there. That was not the only surprising thing to happen on Monday Night Raw last night. Cody Rhodes came out to basically confirm his decision that he made quite clear at the Royal Rumble of his intention to face Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania. And then Seth Rollins' music hits, and it was a record scratch kind of moment. Given the history, basically, I mean, that's in this second run here, Seth Rollins has probably been Cody Rhodes' greatest rival. Is that fair to say?
I think the story has been Cody Rhodes' greatest rival.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Well, as far as the intensity
In-ring,
with which, yes. Okay. Yes. Greatest in-ring rival. Hey, Kyle. Good to see you, buddy. We gotta have them on Talk to Me Tuesday soon.
Is that the too sweet? There you go, Kyle.
Yeah, there you go.
Right back at you, pal.
Yeah. Also, programming note: we are likely going to be doing another main event mixer coming up very, very soon, potentially this weekend. With okay.
They did not. They didn't book me. That.
Come on. They're in talks with me, so I don't. I don't know why they didn't call you. You didn't get the memo.
Obviously, you work for free, so.
Who said that?
Just saying.
We get off on a lot of tangents anyway. This is I feel bad. We got to do something about this. Get Bill on it. Bill, take care of this. Anyway,
Bill handles all my bookings. I don't, whatever car you drive, that's fine.
Well, you know what? Negative vibes.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on now. Don't you call me dummy. Johnny doesn't do that. Johnny doesn't get in the comments. Johnny's not going to respond to marks like that about yelling at me in the comments saying that I'm not a journalist or I'm a dummy. You sir, are the dummy. Let's move on.
Yo, that's the
my bold prediction and my bold take for this show is that since CM Punk is out,
we didn't even get to like the complete breakdown of the promo. You're
go ahead, break it down.
Look,
DX style.
Anyway, so Rollins basically says, "Hey, I've had a lot of respect for you." And breaking news: Main Event Mixer is happening this Sunday. Yes. Anyway, so Rollins basically says, "Hey, at this point, I have a lot of respect for you. I sincerely think you should consider challenging me at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. Do you want the Hollywood title? The one that was held by Hollywood Terry. His name will not be said on the show on my watch. And I didn't. And that this was the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Gold 2.0 is the workhorse belt. It's the belt for the everyman, much like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Cody leaves him with an "I'll think about it." And it's also been announced that Cody's going to be on SmackDown this Friday. So there's a lot at play here. You may now continue, buddy.
First of all, don't ever call it Big Gold 2.0. Third of all, my bold prediction, my bold take. Give me Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes.
Explain yourself.
I think, they would be a better wrestled match. I think it would be more entertaining than a Cody-Roman match again. Think of the 3 matches that these two had. They were all very good. Very good. You can continue Cody beating Seth and maybe get a nice little heel turn from Seth Rollins in the future. And now this gives you a 158% reason to give me Roman Rock.
So plans change, I agree with you. And they absolutely do. I agree with you when you say that it would be a better match, just given the history, the caliber of the performers, where they are in their careers. I agree with you there. And I know that we have, or at least Mr. Cincinnati and the podcast that have posted this question around, and certainly to anybody that's listening or watching out there right now, is finishing the story. Is this phrase about that particular championship, the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, or is it about that championship and Cody taking it from Roman Reigns specifically? And it's been more about the title, not the opponent. So now are we saying that the title is now interchangeable?
Yeah, because let's be honest, the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, neither one was in effect when Dusty Rhodes was around. Right or wrong? The
You're absolutely right.
lineage is
Yeah,
there, whatever they want to tie that in, but neither title was around. Seth convinced me last night saying this is the blue collar title. This is the working man's title.
it's the Fubu Championship.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yep.
That was
Got Johnny to break.
yeah, that was
Jinx, you owe me a taco. Actually, a bucket
man,
of the mini tacos from Jack in the Box, would you?
calm down. I don't know what that is. Um
Okay.
I'm convinced, and now I want to see this match more because I think they can tell that story. This one feels more like a Stone Cold Rock because it is two guys that are at the top of their games working together that have had the feud for now over a year and can continue that feud.
Cal, you're
I don't
missing
know
out.
what I don't know what Jack in the Box is. Is that a social club?
No,
Are
it's
you
like
talking
Sonic.
are you talking code like Jack in the Box Taco? Is that kind of a
No,
is
Jack
that
in the Box just has a little bit of everything. You want
what
breakfast
is
all times
Jock
of
in
the
the
day, they
Box?
got that. Jack, you know what?
Again, I think you're speaking in code again.
I'm
Taco,
not speaking. I'm not speaking in
I
code. I
got you
promise you that I'm
red-handed,
not.
buddy. I caught you
This is,
red-handed. I will
there's that
not fall for
contract
your
biting me in the
games.
ass again.
I want to see this match more than I want to see Cody Roman. Yes, because again, plans change, right? So
They do.
now you can do this match. You can have Roman Rock at Mania and headline night 2 and be the biggest match probably in WrestleMania history. And this also now gives you a reason to continue Roman's reign, to break that record.
I just, I
Because
feel
let's be honest,
like
let's be honest. You want to break into this new era of WWE with everything that's happened, with Cody Rhodes being one face, Roman Reigns being the other face of your company. Those are two fantastic marketing, everything about it. Let Seth go
Cody does
heel.
more of it than Roman, but whatever.
Roman did that Make a Wish at the Rumble. I don't know if you saw that video.
I did see that. That
It
one
was
actually
very
tugged on the
nice.
old heartstrings.
It was very nice. Let Seth go heel for a little bit. What this does too is this gives a chance for Damian Priest to cash in on a more realistic opponent at Cody Rhodes because they have had history. I'm just saying. I think I would rather see Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in a wrestling match. Maybe even throw Drew McIntyre in it. That would be more of an entertaining match for me than what I would see out of Cody and Roman.
I would like to throw this out there. I think that, I mean, obviously, we are going to enjoy WrestleMania no matter what. Mr. Cincinnati and the podcast head are going to enjoy WrestleMania no matter what. I would say if you're going to do Cody and Seth, and I know that, it's out of the cards. I still got to throw it out there. I would love an Iron Man match. Something that is just different because we've seen them go out at one-on-one. We've seen them escalate this rivalry to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need more than just a singles match.
An Iron Man match might be hard. They could
But
make
not
it. They could make it
impossible.
something. Could they do a ladder match?
Save that for tag titles.
Could they do? I don't know what they would do there. I'd have to double.
Yeah.
Could we
'Cause, like,
finally get our
with
bull rope match?
I mean, that seems okay. I don't know. And maybe it's just me and anybody that's watching right now, feel free to, hop in the comments on this one. But I feel like WrestleMania,
Don't you interrupt us.
they're our audience. That's what
don't
helps
interrupt
us.
us.
That's what helps. You know what?
Don't
Okay.
interrupt
Well,
us.
I'm appreciative of it to everybody that is sounding off in the comments around
Don't
now.
interrupt
All that
us.
I'm saying, you know what? Well, you're interrupting me now. That's not cool.
Are you
I
Carlito?
just gave you like 5 minutes to talk. All right. Now all I'm saying is WrestleMania. I don't know. Certain stipulation matches I feel like are more WrestleMania than others. Like Hell in a Cell works at WrestleMania. Iron Man match works at WrestleMania. Ladder match, not a TLC, works at WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm not feeling bull rope match at WrestleMania, but I also don't have the pencil. So there.
What
Is
about
that
a
fast enough?
stairs match? Let's calm down about
What you got?
appreciating
I'm
Taco.
pretty awesome. Yeah, you didn't know
Excuse
that.
me.
Gosh, so disrespectful. Anyway, ultimately, where do you think this goes?
I just told you. Did you not listen to anything I just said?
Sorry, I
Did
was
you?
thinking about
Did you not
I was
listen?
thinking about the tacos from Jack in the Box again. That's my
No,
bad.
I mean realistically, I still think Cody and Roman.
Oh, so you did understand the question?
Of course, I always understand everything.
No, you don't.
You just ask it in a way that's not understanding for me. But
You were the same
at,
guy that asked if a Quest protein chip is a Funyun. F out of here.
so if they're not going to do Cody Seth, what are they doing with Seth Rollins?
I would say either. I mean, and here are the options that you have. Especially knowing that Drew, it seems like he's going to be able to return to Punk. This is the time to heat him back up. Yes, he's had the 10 to 12 championship losses. I'd read 12 somewhere too. Okay. All right. And Kyle's also put up Drew and Sammy as a triple threat. Also could be fun. I mean, both of these guys, I think, especially Sammy, need to be warmed back up on the road to WrestleMania season just because there's too much that they got to offer on either one of those nights. But I would say that there needs to be, I think Drew and Seth here, have Drew win the title, get him at that old WrestleMania moment for 2020, dominant run, Punk comes back, wins the Rumble, challenges Drew.
I'm going to go completely
Provided he
different way.
signs a new deal. Okay.
Completely different way now. Going
Also
into
him, yeah.
yes, going into that night, we expected Seth Punk night 1, Roman Cody night 2. If they do Roman Cody night 2, does this open the door for like a Bayley to main event night 1?
It should,
Will it?
especially because of this is the perfect dovetail to this. I mean, I think that we're split, and I think we're going to want to see how the story plays out with Seth, this decision, and the offer to Cody Rhodes. I mean, that's just where we have to leave it here, I think. But with Bayley, this was an intriguing little wrinkle that they threw in Monday night. Damage Control showed up to gloat and basically say, "We told you so. We are on our way to our quest for control of WWE."
Yes.
Rhea comes out, says, "You know what? Do so at your own peril." Nia Jax comes in, flattened Rhea Ripley,
I think she didn't kick
corners Bayley and says, you might want to consider choosing somebody else. And Bayley says, "All right, well, I'm going to make my decision Friday on SmackDown," to get herself out of the situation. And then the camera cut to Io and Bayley, and Io kind of seeing the reaction to this. That is a fun way to further tease this dissension in the ranks of being so petrified of Nia Jax, which says that they're at least trying to continue to build her as a dominant heel for the women's division, to the point that the Women's Royal Rumble winner might have to really think about her decision, because if she does go after the Women's World title, she's probably going to encounter Nia Jax sooner than later. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that opens the door. I think Rhea and Nia is clearly what's going to happen in Perth, which I don't know if that's the way I would go. I still think they need to have Becky overcome Nia to get back to Rhea. But I definitely think if it's going to be Becky Rhea, then that would main event night 1 over Bayley and Io. I just don't think Io is hot enough as a champion quite yet.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, and with what we've seen of this Judgment Day story, and we still have 68, 67 days, I think, left before WrestleMania. So about 9 weeks to further this story. It does think that Mercedes Moné likely won't be a part of this, and is what it is.
Allegedly. I'm not. Here's another thing.
So I said reportedly. Oh, God.
Here's something on this. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting frustrated with it. Stop giving me these little reports.
Yeah.
Just stop it. I want to know where she's going to be. If you don't know where she's going to be, shut up. I'm tired of hearing it. That's me. That's Johnny. I'm tired of all the speculation when you clearly have no clue. Stop reporting it. I'm done.
Okay. All right. All right. Take it easy, Parcheesi. Can I ask you one more question before we move on to this?
Perhaps.
Should I add her name to the other name on this list and have a counter so that I don't intentionally start to upset you there? Is that what we're doing here? You know what? You just see. I brought the energy back up, and now you're starting to you yin and I yanged. I ducked and you weaved, and here we are.
Don't call me. What's going on with
you, bro?
Jimmy Wang Yang. Okay. That's a fun guy. Did you know he's a cowboy?
Yeah. Yeah. Allegedly.
Anything else on Raw that you were excited about?
So a couple of thoughts just production wise. Again, I'm loving to see the, wrestlers making their way to the arena at the start of the show. I'm loving the post-match promos that we're starting to see immediately after. I'm thinking that we will see a lot more of commercial-free time slots for Monday Night Raw, just to kind of, here's the thing. I mean, think about it this way. They're going to be moving to a streaming platform in a year. Don't you want to use this time that you've got left on this contract to figure out what's working and what's not?
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Isn't there a tier on Netflix that has ads in it?
I believe that there is.
So there's potential we will still get ads.
I don't know. It's sounding like commercial free 52 weeks a year.
I mean, if that's the case,
episodes of Love Is Blind.
So the only thing with that is if it goes to Netflix and it's straight streaming, I'm cool with that. The problem with doing it on network television now is that second and third hour there were so many commercials. It was annoying.
I get that, but again, they are at the end of this contract. Think of it as, senioritis.
Yeah. Senioritis.
Yeah.
Are you
don't remember being a senior? You don't remember being a senior in high school or college and knowing that graduation's around the corner, and you just, you're just kind of phoning it in at that point. You don't remember that?
I don't remember much about the 70s, pal. One thing I want to touch upon.
You were born in 1994. Okay, what?
One thing I would like to touch upon is Pat McAfee is now on Raw permanently as the announcer. How long does that last?
Really, until game day resumes in August, I think.
I would think so.
I love the energy that he brings. I think that in some places he could be better educated and researched about certain talents.
He's got to catch up a little bit.
That at the Royal Rumble, I know that he's been gone for a while, and that's okay. Yeah. He's out making that ESPN money, and great for him for doing it. But you gotta, we're gonna need more than we love that dynamic personality, but give us a little bit more education. How do you feel about Corey Graves being the lead play-by-play guy for SmackDown?
I'm okay with it. I think.
Me too.
I hope it's him and Wade.
That's what it sounded like it'll be. I think that this is a really cool opportunity for Graves, especially given how hard he worked once his in-ring career was over to get good on commentary, and he's certainly carved himself out as this generation's Jerry Lawler for sure. As far as just being that snarky heel that he's always ready. Yeah.
Forget about the other stuff with Jerry Lawler, but yeah.
You know what I mean. Just this heel play-by-play. Can you just all right?
Anything else you got on Raw?
Not that I can think of. DIY. Their time will come.
I hope so.
It stinks that they didn't win it this time, but yeah. This cemented them as a tag team. They also, WWE gets a lot of props. There's 3 or 4 tag team matches last night again, so it's still a priority, and I'll take that. It's a win.
Yeah, I will too. Hopefully we see the Creeds back soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, real quick.
Yep.
We'll take the gimmick off real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ian. His grandmother passed away. So shout out to Ian, a part of the Main Event Network.
Yes.
We at the Junkies Podcast are thinking about you. And we are sorry for your loss and give you our condolences.
Absolutely, hands down. Thoughts out to Ian right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. As always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. If you know one person that would enjoy this podcast, just send it their way. Let them decide for themselves.
Look at my face. Who wouldn't enjoy this? Look at my face. You would get this all the time. You'd get that smark all the time. And guess what? Did you find out? Did you know what's happening, Smark?
Yeah, I was told that I've got...
The wheel is here. You're not ready. You're not ready.
There will be a brand new Stump the Smark episode dropping this week. This week's subject is the Ruthless Aggression Era. I've not done any research. I'm just going to wing this. It's fine. That's going to live in my head for a while there. Okay.
Sir. You'll never get that. That's the champion, and you'll never get it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guarantee it.
For Johnny Van Frank, I'm Taco Tully. The Junkies will be back tomorrow night. Wind Down Wednesdays at 8:30. Cannot wait to see all of you guys there. I know that they will greatly appreciate that.
That's right.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, your taco vibe is your taco tribe.
That's right. Remember to spay and